similar to the previous one. It's from model question paper. Write down. If the lifetime of a certain types of electric bulbs of a particular brand was normally distributed with an average life of 2000 hours and SD 60 hours, if a firm purchases 2500 bulbs, find a number of bulbs that are likely to last for more than 2500 hours, less than 1950, and between 1900 and 2100. Okay, let us solve it. Yeah, just tell me, see the question and tell me what is given here. See, normal distribution you people have understood. Okay, some idea. Just tell me what are the given things. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Just answer then. What is given thing? What is this? See, it is with an average life of 2000 hours means what is this 2000 representing? Okay. 2000 is what? For normal distribution, what are required things? Mean and standard deviation, isn't it? So what is given here? Mu is 2000, standard deviation sigma is 60. Okay, so from this we can find what is Z. Therefore, standard normal variate. Okay. Tell me what is the relation? How Z is given by? How Z is given by? No?
X minus mu by sigma.
X minus mu divided by sigma. See, if you people don't get involved, it is difficult. Please answer. So keep X as it is. Mu is going to be 2000 and sigma is 60. So this is Z. Now we have to go on changing X according to the given conditions, isn't it? So what is the first condition they have asked? They have asked first, okay, how many bulbs among 2500 are going to be likely to burn for 2000 more than 2500 hours. So taking the value of X as 2500, let us find what is Z. Okay, so if X is equal to 2500, what is Z? 2500 minus 2000 divided by 60 is how much? 50 by 6. What is the value?
8.
What is the value?
8.33.
Huh? I could not hear it properly. Just tell me what it is.
8.33.
8.33. Is this example solved? Okay, let me just see the previous class. Just a minute. 1950, 2000. Yeah, only one change you can see. See exactly same problem. Only mu is different. Huh? And what number of hours they have given? No, this is different. Only here 1900 and some 2100 something is given, right? It is exactly similar to that. Oh, and one more thing here, they have taken 2000 electric bulbs. In the previous example, how many now? Sorry, in the present example, how many? 2500. So after getting that quantity, you need to, okay, okay, Z is 1.833 there. There it is 8 point, okay, yeah. Okay, let it be, don't want, we'll solve it once again. See, try to answer. This is the last class for module 3. Altogether, 80% of the syllabus is going to be covered up by this. So please try to answer if you want to really get good marks. No other thing. Okay, so first 2500. So what is the required probability? We'll first find the probability and multiply with number of bulbs. So required probability. So what is asked here? Probability of what value they have asked? More than 2500 means first you should write it for x greater than 2500. Am I right? This is probability
Yes,
of z greater than, yeah, if x is 2500, z value what we are getting? 8.33. Now, is there any, okay, it is 8.33 till infinity. Okay, it should start from here. So whether you have a 0 or no in this interval, you have a 0.
No, ma'am.
No, so we have to take that 0 is here. So always no, write the value with reference to 0. That will be better. So how to write it? Take it as 0 to infinity. Then how much we are taking extra? Which interval is extra?
0 to
8.33. So how to write it? So 0 to infinity means it is probability of z greater than or equal to 0 minus directly take 0 to 8.33 means phi of 8.33. This is far better. Don't make it again longer. Hope the concept is clear. We have solved a similar example. Let's see what we'll get the value. This is 0.5 minus phi of 8.33. You know how to get it. Take calculator. 0.5. 0.5.
Yes,
ma'am. Okay, let it be. Probability value can be 0, no problem. So you can say therefore number of bulbs yeah, so number of bulbs likely to burn for more than 2500 hours. So it is probability value is 0. So if you multiply 2000, how many bulbs are there? Sorry. There are 2500 bulbs are there. I think so that they have missed in model question paper. What I have taken the example, no, it is from textbook. Okay, what we have solved previously. This example, what I'm taking, I'm just taking exactly from your model question paper. They might have missed the quantities. That's why you are getting it as 0. Usually it won't happen, but even probability value can be 0 or it can be 1 also. So here you can say, so out of how many bulbs? 2500 bulbs, you can say more than 2500 hours. No bulbs will burn. Okay, more than that. Yeah. What about the next two conditions? Just see. Yeah, are you able to solve it? Okay, like previous, I'll better give these two as homework sums. Huh? You know how to do it. So this is probability of x less than 1950. You are aware of. Suppose if you put x as 1950, what is the value of z you will get? Check here. 1950. Huh?
0.833.
0. Disturbances. Okay, yeah,
0.833.
833. Okay. I think so it is negative. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is going to be negative value because you are taking from. Okay, so this is going to be now you can write exactly as take it as reverse it and write it as positive value. Again, you know how to take it. If it is Z greater than 0.833 means what you'll get? 0.5 minus phi of 0.833. Correct? Yeah, take the calculator, find out what is phi of the value. You know how to do it. Your mode should be in start mode. Yeah, just tell this. I'll give the third part as homework. What is this value?
0.2977.
2977. So I think so the answer is 0.2
2023.
2023. Okay, this is the required probability, but they have asked the number of bulbs. So just multiply this quantity by 2500. Tell me what you'll get.
506.
506. So among 2500 bulbs, you can say 506 bulbs are going to approximately going to burn less than 1950 hours. Okay. So we are just finding the prediction, or you can say like a predicted value, possibility. Okay. Yeah. Will you take the third part as homework? If you say yes, I'll go ahead and take the next example.
Yes.
Yeah, take it as homework, please. Now, write the next. This is also one of the important ones. The marks of 1000 students in an examination follows a normal distribution with mean 70 and standard deviation 5. Find the number of students whose marks will be less than 65, more than 65, between 65 and 75. Now at least tell me what are the given things. What are they are denoted here in normal distribution? Mean is 70. Mean is denoted as?
Mu.
Mean is denoted as mu. Mu is 70. Standard deviation sigma is given as 5. So standard normal variate Z is given by x minus mu divided by sigma. Substitute x minus 70 divided by 5. So now take first condition what it is, less than 65. So first condition, just take the, what I have to take 65 as value of what? Z or X?
X.
X. So if X is 65, we have to find Z from this relation. So this is 65 minus, answer is minus
1.
Minus 1. Okay. So what is the required thing here? Therefore, first we'll find the probability. So I'll just call it as required probability. So it is understood. It is we are finding the probability that the number of probability that the marks will be less than 65. So probability that X less than 65. So given conditions are for X, remember, and in normal we convert it to Z. So what I have to write? If X is 65, Z is minus 1. So X less than 65 means Z is less than minus 1. So if it is negative, what is to be done? Any value, negative. Convert it as positive. Okay. So just actually we wanted from minus 1 to minus infinity. Okay. So this exactly we are changing from 1 to infinity. Is it not? The length of the interval is same. Okay. So standard normal curve is actually symmetric about y-axis. So if you take this part or this part, it is same. Only you should not take extra thing. That's all. So 1 to infinity means again same. We don't have a 0. Write it with reference to 0. So we'll write it as 0 to infinity. How much is extra? 0 to 1. So this is probability of Z greater than or equal to 0 minus phi of the very simple. Correct? 0 to 1 is phi of 1. This is 0.5 minus. What is phi of 1?
Point 3413.
3413. See, only Tirthraj is answering. What about the other students? Do you remember the procedure to take calculator? How to take the normal values in the normal probability values in the calculator? Huh? Okay, just take it. Tell me what is the answer.
0.1587.
What is the answer?
1587.
0.1587. Others, same answer, yes or no? At least confirm it. See, normal distribution is simple one, very simple. No integration, nothing doing. But understanding is very important. Therefore, so have they asked the number of students or have they asked only the probability value? What is being asked here? Read out the question. Huh? Is it probability value of number of students?
Number of students.
Number of students. So what is to be done? This probability value should be multiplied with which quantity here? There are 1000 students. Yeah, multiply with 1000. Therefore, number of students whose marks will be less than 65 is equal to 1000 into 0.1587. The answer is 158. 158.7. So you have to round it off. Otherwise, they'll cut the marks. So there are 159 students out of 1000 who have scored less than 65 marks. Okay, take the second one. Yeah, I'll give you some time. Do try to solve because this is regular time. Same? Yeah, it is going to be same. The reason is, suppose if you take x as 75, you will get z as equal to +1. Okay, so probability we want probability of x more than 75. So it is probability of z greater than 1, isn't it? So greater than 1. So obviously what we calculated is probability of z greater than 1 only. So for the second one also the answer is going to be 159 only. Okay, take the third one. So third one is probability that it should be between 65 and 75. So how to write the condition? Tell me how to write the probability condition. 65 less than x less than 75. Am I correct? So what is this? So if x is 65, what is the value of z you have got? Just confirm it here. Z value is -1. Correct? Yeah. If x is 75, z value is +1. Now when upper and lower limit both are same with opposite sign, you write it as 2 times phi of that quantity. This is very important. Don't do any other calculation. Whatever you do, you write with reference to 0, whatever it is, everything is going to be the same. If these two values are same, only change in the sign, write it as 2 times phi of that positive value. Yeah, tell me what is the answer. Phi of 1 is what? 0.158, sorry, 0.3413 multiply 0.6
826.
26. Okay, so later on you need to multiply this value with what?
1000.
Yeah, 1000. So how many students will get? Approximately 683 or 82?
3.
Obviously 3 because it is 682.6 you will get. Make it as 3. Hope the example is clear. I think we have solved one similar of this category. Okay, yeah. Now take down. This is one even from one more model question paper and a little different example. This is it has got actually two distributions involved. Write down. The IQ of students in a certain college is assumed to be normally distributed with mean 100 and variance 25. If two students are selected at random, find the probability that both of them, at least one of them, at most one of them. For all these three conditions, one is that is commonly what they have asked is that they should have the IQ between 102 and 110. So here, try to understand the question first. First, we need to here clearly they have given that it is a which distribution? It's normally distributed means normal distribution. And for normal distribution, what is required? Mu and sigma, which is clearly given over here. Okay. Now I'll make use of the last sentence given and we'll find out what is the probability that if you choose one student, what is the IQ between, okay, IQ of that student between 102 and 110. This quantity I'll find out. Next, I will take the condition, will take both at least, at most, and will apply the next concept. Did you get the part? So first what is to be applied is, as usual, normal distribution. Write down. Tell me what is the first thing given? What is given thing? What is 100 representing?
Mu.
Mu. Mu is 100. And 25 is representing?
V.
V. Yeah, very important. See here. Yeah. So what is required actually in normal distribution?
Sigma.
Sigma. So therefore, sigma square is given as 25. This implies what is sigma?
5.
Sigma is 5. Okay, done. Now, yeah, first I will take the standard normal variate. SNV means standard normal variate Z is given by the relation x minus mu divided by sigma. So 100 minus, sorry, x minus 100 divided by 5. Okay. So as I said, no, first I'll not go to the condition now directly, because if you just see it is both, at least, at most. So I cannot go to that directly. What is the thing here? Because IQ level is normally distributed. Okay, not the number of students. Are you getting the part? So X is depending on the IQ. Okay, so and this X is now normal variate. So we need to just check with the IQ conditions given, and then we have to find the corresponding value of Z and we'll find the probability values. Okay, so right. So what I have to take, which two values are given commonly here? 102 and 110. These values are to be chosen for Z or X?
X.
X. So if X is 102, the value of Z is what?
0.4.
102 minus 100 divided by 5, which is 0.4. Okay.
Yes.
And take another value of X given, because this is 110. They have given some range here. So if X is 110, what will be the value? 10 by 5 means obviously 2, I guess. 2. Okay. So we'll find out what is the probability if you choose one student, what is the probability that his IQ level, his or her IQ level is between 102 and 110. Okay. Therefore, the probability that a student chosen at random has IQ between 102 and 110. See, tell me how it is given by probability of what I have to consider? X.
102 less than Z.
Yeah. 102 less than X less than
X.
110. This is to be converted in terms of Z only. So always standard normal variate should be converted to standard normal variate. So if x is 102, z is 0.4. So I have to write in place of 102 as 0.4 and in place of 110 I have to write it as 2. Correct? Okay, just see how is this situation. This is like 0.4 to 2. So do you have 0 in this interval, yes or no? I want between this. 0 is there in
No,
between
ma'am.
these two? Huh?
Yes.
No,
ma'am.
Confirm.
No,
Real
ma'am.
life.
ma'am.
No. Yeah, surely it is not there. 0 is somewhere nearer to 0.4, sure. But always the value should be written with respect to 0 only. Now tell me, I want this much of interval. Okay, I want between 0.4 to 2. How can I write with reference to 0?
0 to 2 and minus
0
0
Very
to 2.
good.
minus.
But let us take 0 to 2, the big interval. How much we have taken extra? Isn't it 0 to 0.4? Subtract that.
Yes, ma'am.
So how to write this is probability of, you can say 0 less than z less than 2. You take including or it will not included, won't matter in integration. Okay, so that means I'm taking from 0 to 2. Then what I have to write, minus or plus?
Minus.
Minus probability of what I have to write now, which interval? 0 to
0.4.
0 to 0.4, isn't it? This everything you take together, obviously you are going to get from 0.4 to 2 only. Okay, so if you draw a line, this will give you a correct idea. Yeah, tell me the value now. So this probability with reference to 0, whatever is given, write it as phi of the next value. If 0 is with reference, you should write it as 2. Here also we have 0 as the reference. So how to write this value in terms of phi? In terms of phi, how to write? No? 0
Phi
to
of
0.4. Everybody please try to understand. It is very simple. Actually, if normal distribution in one question paper, they have asked 2 and in one they have asked only one question, but this is very important and sure short question. Okay. Yeah, phi of 2. Take in calculator.
0.4772.
Point
4772.
4778.
2.
Okay. Minus phi of 0.4.
0.1554. 54.
1554. Okay. What is the difference? 0.3218.
0.3218.
Yeah. What is this? This is some probability that if you choose a student at random, his IQ level is going to be between 102 and 110. Let me denote this as some P. Some P. So it is like a probability of success. So what is the success here? The IQ of the student should be between 102 and 110. Now we know that we have one more quantity Q. Do you remember what is this Q given by?
1
This is
minus P.
1 minus P. This is like a probability of failure. That means if the student's IQ level is not between 102 and 110. Okay, not between. Complement of P is nothing but Q. Okay, what is this value? 1 minus. What is this difference? 0 point?
6782.
648.
6782.
6782. Okay, 6782. Done. So that means here, because the next part what they have asked, no, both. Okay. So it is not like now, if you take two students, can you say a whole number or is it like in the interval? Means if you are taking
Whole
the
number.
variable as x as the number of students now, so it is going to be a whole number or in the value of the interval?
Whole number.
It is a whole number, one student or two students, only that much. I cannot say 1.5 students. But when I say the IQ level may be like 102.8. It may be 109.6. Am I right? So this may lie in some interval. So what we are dealing just now, what we have dealt this X, this is taking in the interval. So it is CRV. And in that CRV, they have told us to do it by normal distribution that we completed. Now, when you take the two students which are given in this condition, we have to take it as a discrete random variable. Okay, now I'll not choose as binomial or I will not go for Poissons and all. I'll just take the possibilities. Okay, possibilities, and then it becomes very easy. Okay, what is the first condition? What they have told? Find the probability that both of them should have the IQ between 102 and 110. So suppose there are two students, A and B. So how we want IQ level of A should be between 102, 110 or not necessary?
Between.
Both of them.
Between.
Both of them means even student A and student B, both should have that IQ level, right? What is the given condition? So it is A and B, A and B. So you just write down the first condition, required probability that both the students will have the IQ between 102 and 110 is nothing but what should happen? P should happen or Q should happen?
P.
P for student A and P for student B also. See, I'm taking P for student A means I'm taking the IQ between this. I'm taking Q means I'm taking out of that. Okay, not giving this condition. I'm taking the complement of that. So I want that both students, so don't get confused by writing again X equal to 2, X less than, greater than and all. Don't want, you can write even directly. Got the point? Is this clear? Okay, so this is P into P. I have told you that in case of probability, whenever you use the word or, it is an addition. Whenever you use the word and, it is a multiplication. So it is like A and B. So I'm writing P into P. Okay, tell me what is the answer?
0.1035.
36.
1035 or 36. Okay, right now, round it off. Okay, yeah. What about the second one? See what they have told? At least or at most. Okay, second condition is at least one of them. At least means think about the thing. So here there are two students A and B. At least one of them means
A or B.
A or B. First possibility is A or B. Okay. Yeah, if A is having, that is B don't have. Okay, this is one possibility. What is the second one?
B has.
If B is not having, let it be, but sorry, A not having, let it be, but what should happen then? B should have, because at least one of them. Am I right? Okay. Any other possibility?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No? At least you are saying minimum. Minimum is one.
Both of them.
Both may be
Both of-
having, right? This possibility also is there. All of you agree with this? Just see,
Yes, ma'am.
we are taking all the different possibilities. So here, and actually when there are two things, no, there will be four possibilities. What is that four possibility? Both will not have, one of them having, and two of them having, four possibilities. So among the four, okay, even you can take it as a complement part, but I'll not make you again confused. I will write these possibilities. Am I right with these? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The second one, required probability, which is used as at least. At least means A is having and B is not having. Second possibility, and one more thing, this is possibility means this may happen, or second possibility may happen, or third possibility may happen. Our condition of at least to one of them is okay, it is all fulfilled. So in between these possibilities, you can say there is a or. So I'll take it as plus. So first student may not have that. Okay, maybe having Q. That time compulsorily B student should have it. What is the third one? A is also having, B is also having. I cannot go beyond 2 students. Only 2 have to choose, right? Yes. Even though this can be, you can just check it. It is, you can say 1 minus q square also, you will get the same value. Okay, if you have a confusion, you do the calculation and tell me answer. This p square is already point
7582.
82.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
got 0.54.
Huh? Are you telling different answer?
Yes, ma'am, I got 0.54.
Yeah, others. See, 2 students are with different answer. Please,
0.54.
others also respond. Huh?
0.54.
0.54.
Not 75. 54. Only
01.
400.
5401.
01. Okay, right. For 4 decimal. Okay. Just check one thing, just one, for my, just I'll tell you, like, if
Yes,
you
ma'am,
want.
1 minus q square is same.
Yeah, 1 minus q square also you can take. See, there are 4 possibilities. You have taken the 3. So isn't it better if I take the 4th one and take it as a complement? How we used to do it for the table format, no discrete values. I'm applying the same. So there also you'll get the answer as same. Okay. Yeah, take the last one. What is the last one? At most, no? At most one of them. So what is the first possibility? If A and B are the 2 students, tell me the possibility. At the most one, at the most one. So A is having, B is not having, done. A not having, B is having, done. What is another possibility?
Both are
Both having or not having?
not having.
Not having. Because if you take both are having, no, it becomes beyond 1. It becomes 2. Okay. But it is at the most 1 means we cannot take both are having. So again, this can be treated as, can you tell me what is that? See, 3 possibilities are there. You take 1 minus the 4th possibility. What is that 4th possibility?
Both having.
Yeah, it is 1 minus p square format. If you take, that is also done. So 1 minus this value, 0.9. P square already calculated. No, you can just take it. Please answer fast.
0.8964.
8964. Okay. Yes, hope this example is clear. This is from model question paper, which has involves 2 random variable, continuous as well as discrete. Take the last example for this module. And this is one of little typical type. You need to understand it properly. Write down. In a normal distribution, 31% of the items are under 45 and 8% of the items are over 64. Find mean and standard deviation of the distribution. Okay, now till all these problems, just see what was a given thing. What was a given thing? Let me see your observation.
Mu and sigma.
Yeah, mu and sigma was given. But in this question, what we need to do?
Find them.
Yeah, we need to find them. Means in all the problems, if mean and deviation is given, it is very, very simple. If the reverse part, we have to be little careful. We have to do it correctly. Okay, so let me just go for it. Now we have to find mean and standard deviation. So we don't know what it is. So generally how we take? What is the general format? What is the general notation?
Mu and sigma.
Mu and sigma, take them. So let mu and sigma be the mean and standard deviation of the distribution. Oh, okay, of the given distribution, you can say. So ultimately, we need to find mu and sigma. That's all. Okay. Now, let us use the given thing. What they have given that in this normal distribution, 31% of the items are under 45. Okay. Means, can anybody tell me how to put this in the condition?
Probability of
Yeah, it is probability of
Z or X, I don't know.
no, whenever it is normal distribution, the values given will be for X. If it is standard
X less
normal
than 40.
distribution, so it is under
X less than
45 means X less than 45. See, under means we have to take less than, obviously. So this probability value is given as what? 31%. Hope you understood. Tell me yes or no, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. 31% means what? 31 divided by 100 means
0.3.
0.31. Yeah. And also probability of what is the next condition given?
X greater than 64.
X greater than over 64 means X greater than 64 is given as 8%. 8% means 0.08. Okay. Now let us, with the help of these two conditions, we have to find two unknowns, mu and sigma. Okay. Now here, these are the values for normal variate X. Let us find what is standard normal variate. Okay. Now, standard normal variate Z is given by, what is the expression? Standard format.
X minus mu by sigma.
Yeah, is X minus mu by sigma. Now in these two things, if you mu and sigma are unknown, we need to keep it as it is. In this, if you see X less than 45 means, I'll take X as 45, I'll find the value of Z. Similarly, I'll take X as 64, I'll find the value of Z. Then we'll convert these given conditions in terms of Z. Okay. If X is equal to 45, so what will be the value of Z? Z is 45 minus mu divided by sigma. See, we cannot simplify like the earlier one. So what I'll take this as some value for Z as Z1. This is some value of Z, am I right? I'll take it as Z1. Similarly, what value of X I have to take another value so that I can make use of data. I can make use, X is 64. So Z will be 64 minus mu divided by sigma. If mu and sigma were known, this is one more value of Z. Let me call it as Z2. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Take them as Z1 and Z2. Now make use of this given condition. Now, probability of X less than 45 means probability of Z less than which value?
Z1.
64.
Z1. Z1. This value is given as 0.31, correct? Let me solve this part. First, I'll solve this part. Now, you have dealt with so many problems. See, Z1 and Z2 are to be taken as positive only. Because if you have seen in the question, if Z1, Z2 are negative also, we have converted to positive only. Am I right? Take them as positive only. So I want here, there is something like a Z1 on the line. How I want the value? Z less than Z1 means I want before Z1 or after Z1? Or tell me the interval.
Before.
Yeah, before. Before means here. Till what?
Minus it.
Till minus infinity. All of you agree? So I want actually the probability is such that it is from, you can say this is probability minus infinity less than Z less than Z1 I want. Okay, if I write in terms of interval. Now tell me between minus infinity to Z1, whether you have that point of reference 0, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is obviously there because Z1 is positive and this is negative means 0 is somewhere here you can see. Okay, now how can I write it so that I know some standard values I can make use of it? How can this be written? Think about it.
Minus infinity to 0 and 0
Yeah.
to Z1.
Yeah, this is minus infinity to 0, then 0 to Z1. Whether I have to add both the intervals to get the whole thing or I have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
subtract, obviously add it up. It is like probability of Z, you can say less than or equal to 0 plus probability of 0 less than Z less than Z1. Or directly also you would have written it. Yeah, just see what is this probability value between minus infinity to 0? 0.5. And what is this value? How we write if it is with reference to 0?
Phi of Z1.
Yeah, we write it as phi of the next value Z1 is equal to 0.31. Now I want Z1, so obviously I have to transfer my 0.5 that side. So 0.31 minus 0.5 is how much?
Minus 0.19.
Minus 0.19. Okay. Now what you have to do you know from the same log table you can find even the anti-log value? It's a reverse process. Have you learned that way? Because when we were students in PUC 1, I still remember that they used to teach. Even you don't have anti-log table, no, you can make use of log table, reverse way and find out. Okay. Or else what you do, take your some phi of some value and just search for the value which is near. Sorry, it is 19, no, not 91. Okay. It's a value which is nearer to 19 you need to find. That is like a trial and error what you have to do. Okay, else sometimes it is given in the question only. Now to save the time, I'll just tell you, just take in the calculator phi of, okay, phi of 0.5 you take and just find out, please. Phi of 0.5 is how much?
0.1946.
Okay, so just write now. Phi of 0.5 is 0.1946.
19146.
Okay, so I'll write 1914 or 1915. You'll not get exactly same, you may get some approximate value. So okay, 0.1914. Okay, you are getting like this. See, phi of Z1 is minus 0.19 and phi of 0.5 is 0.1914. Compare these two and tell me, can you tell me what is the value of Z1?
0.5.
No, something you have missed. Phi of Z1 is minus 0.19 and phi of 0.5 is plus 0.19. So Z1
Minus
is?
0.5.
Yes, it is minus 0.5. Hope clear. See, in the beginning, I told Z1 and Z2 are positive, but by the calculation, you are getting it as negative. Need not to worry. Got the thing? Understood this part? This is very important. It is just by a comparison. Now, likewise, make use of the second condition. What is that? Probability of X greater than 64 is equal to. If I convert it in terms of Z, what it is? Z greater than. If X is 64, what is the value of Z we have referred here? Z2. Am I right? Again, take the line. How I want? I want Z2 after Z2. So it is like Z2 till what? Infinity I want. Tell me whether 0 is there in this or no.
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
No, it is not there. So take a 0. So how to write this interval? Z2 to infinity. Write the
0
half
to
interval. Then
infinity.
this much has to be subtracted or added up.
Subtracted, ma'am.
Yeah. So this value is given as 0.08. So how I'll write? I'll try to write directly. This is 0.5 minus phi of Z2. Am I correct? If you have concentrated here in this part, no, this part understanding is easy. So I want phi of Z2. Better I'll just shift it because this is negative. So what is phi of Z2? 0.5 minus 0.08. How much is the value? 0.42.
42.
42. Now again you need to search in the table which value is giving you 0.42. Again I'll tell you one way so that I can save the time. Just check for 1.4.
0.4192.
0.4188. Yeah.
921.
89.
No, ma'am.
4192.
4192.
Okay, 4192. Good. Isn't it this is nearly equal to 0.42? Because if you take any other value, if you attach some digits over here, no, that will be not that nearer. These are the nearer values. So what they do in the question paper, if they want to give you the value, no, they will just mention it as phi of 1.4 is this much, or they may mention it as 1.5 of 1.4 is equal to that. From the table, then easily you can come to know. Yes. Yeah, again, compare these two, then tell me what is Z2 now.
1.4, ma'am.
1.4. It is positive. Here it was negative. That's why we have taken it as minus. Now still we need to get mu and phi. Mu and sigma. Can anybody tell me what is to be done then? To get mu and sigma. We got Z1, Z2. Yeah, I'll call this as equation 1 and this I'll call it as equation 2. Isn't it? We'll substitute Z1, Z2 value so that there will be two equations in mu and sigma and easily we can solve it. Okay, right. Therefore, equation 1 and 2 becomes, yeah, help me in writing. It is x is 45 minus mu divided by sigma is equal to Z1, no? Z1 is minus 0.5. Tell me the ultimate equation, what we'll get? Better you write mu first, please. So I think so it is mu. This is shifted here. Minus 0.5 sigma is equal to 45. Am I right? Am I right? Second equation is what? 64 minus mu divided by sigma is how much? Z2, which is 1.4. So suppose if you multiply and if you transfer it, mu plus 1.4 sigma is equal to 64. Equation 4. See,
Mu
when
is
you
50 and sigma is 10.
Yeah, solve it in calculator. Mu is
50.
50 and sigma is
10.
10. Yeah. So this is what? Required mean is 50 and this is the required standard deviation. See, some students in other branch, no, they have not kept the calculator. They have not made, use for calculating the equation of the lines, no. It is a problem for line of regression. So they have not got the mean correct. But in your division, there was no such issue. Keeping in calculator, using it properly, that is also most important part. Yeah. Did you understand this? How to take? This is little lengthy problem, typical one. But for a change, if they want, no, because all other problems are very simple in normal distribution. If they want a change, if they don't feel it is worth for 7 marks, the other problems very simple, they may choose this. This is also from one of the question paper. Okay, so this completes your module 3. So altogether 4 modules are being completed. Okay.